have a shot, is he?
He would have been streaming for
he
his
would have too.
second goal of the year.
And you mentioned it, Jared, a lot of numbers, Giants numbers around the contest. Looks like they're pushing their forwards right up the ground, trying to congest the stoppages.
Oh, look at this.
That's a nice kick, and absolutely no one on.
With his year, I don't think, given that he's played seconds a couple of times.
He started really well.
He did.
Looks really strong. Here he is, just 30 out, and the bruise is an issue, but he's handled it all right there. Works it back, and it's an opening goal to GWS. And with every goal, that percentage
two drop marks, some silly free kicks at the moment, inside 57-1. So Giants are playing all over them at the moment. That should have been a free kick too.
Well, they're still not out of it danger yet. Zeeble prepared to hang on to it, and as a result, it fell beautifully into the arms of Tyson, who puts it through.
Well, he's a talent, is Tyson. We've seen him right from the word go. He knows what to do with the ball in his hands, but they're just a bit more ferocious at this stage. The GWS, they're doing themselves proud in this first 15 minutes. Look at Zeeble under some pump. Everybody just sitting back at the present time for the Kangaroos, not doing the working. Here's Cunnington getting the ball, and then just nowhere to go. Nice little conversion as well, and they are completely in charge at this stage, having a big haul, chasing a personal honour.
So Hampton just sets it up. Folau's there with big boy Brogan. Ball comes to ground. Clifton trying to battle on. Look at the desperation of the North Melbourne captain.
Well, he is one, I think, that has read the signs pretty well. He has been just as hard at the footy as he always is.
That was great effort, that, yeah.
And there's a little free kick given away by Toby Green.
This is another tricky shot for goal down there, Colby, isn't it? This will sort of, what do you start this left, do you think?
A little bit left, Ruzi, but the stand at that end actually protects the ball a little bit, as you saw from Drew Petrie's. It went pretty straight.
All right, let's see if he has gone to score. Looks like he has. Is he going to make the distance?
Yep.
Oh, and the goal umpire's gone down, but he's up tenaciously to say, I've got no idea what it was.
Was he going for the mark then, the goal umpire?
I think we'll go to the third umpire.
That's fair enough. If you're on the ground, it's pretty hard to call a goal, isn't it?
Happy with that? All clear. Benny, do you want me
And
to
it's a goal.
Yeah, I think you're right about Swallow. He looks a bit sore. He's taken a couple of knocks already in this game, but at least he's been clean and he's been hard at it. And a few of his teammates need to follow him. And here's the free here. Really nice, hard attack at the footy. That's, oh, must have been the free down back, yeah. But it was a good finish too, because as we've seen already, kicking for goal. You see the goal umpire absolutely get poleaxed down there. Go over it again, and these stats are extraordinary. 17-4 inside 50s and 13-2 clearances in favour of the Giants.
And some of the entries of the Giants could have been better. Like that was a really good example of where they've given it up a little easy.
Well, this has got to be a goal, sure.
Yeah.
Bastanak got it out, and it's all set up for Campbell. Time to just assess the whole situation, get balanced, and drive it through for North's second goal.
It's just with a clutch in. Colby, down on the ground, what's the atmosphere like in front of the Kangaroos bench?
Look, it's a little flat, and I think you've picked it up beautifully, but they're playing very careful footy at the moment. I reckon their eyes are on next week and a little bit safe, and I think they've been a bit surprised by the intensity of GWS so far.
Petrie hacks it in. Tarrant did
Free
enough.
kick.
Free kick. Advantage and goal. Campbell another.
A shot at goal, but it was then the follow-up defensive chase and tackle that is so important in the forward half.
Toby Green hacks it in there. Slave to the bounce. It's going to be a goal. It is. They're back in front.
Once again, stoppage work. Ruzi has let them down.
Yeah, that's 15-3 clearances, and that's one way to kick a goal. Just get it and hack it out of there, and he's been a terrific player. There it is, just a scrubby little kick forward and an A-grade bounce. That's what you call that. That is a magnificent bounce going forward. But if they don't sort these stoppages...
Set in any shape or form. Thompson with a kick that had to be pretty good to find its target. Well, didn't find the one intended, but no damage done. Bastanak, nice move through the middle. Now to Campbell. He's the other one that looks a bit lively today, doesn't he, with a bit of spirit. Kicks it deep. Harvey's ready for this. Took it, and he is gone, and so is the ball. And North are in front.
Well, that was a good response by
Head high or leg injury? It was a bit hard to tell from that.
Didn't look anything to do with concussion.
No, it didn't, did it?
But he did look a bit dazed on the bench, didn't he? So unless there was something there we couldn't quite pick up clearly early. Here's Ward marching out of the middle with good intent. The kick, Folau did that comfortably.
That's good to see.
Into the team this week.
Back 1 more metre.
And good approach. It's hanging on.
He's kicked it.
He's got there. Well done, Izzy.
Yeah, that's great, Jared, isn't it? Good.
It was a good point by Sheeds about the makeup of their side today,
right,
though, wasn't
exactly, yeah. They certainly are more experienced today because Corns and Brogan and Palmer, Clifton even, he's a big body midfielder too, so they do certainly have a lot more experience.
McMahon sends it in there. Petrie, commanding performance in the air from Big Drew.
Giving them a little bit of leadership.
7 disposals, 4 marks. Needs to kick this.
He does for North Melbourne. And that will do the trick. And it's a goal for Drew Petrie, his first of the day.
Well, you spotted it again, Roosie, about this time. 15 would be happy with that. At the moment, the wriggle room is not there.
Not at all. They are attacking now, though. Thomas was ready and he lays the big tackle on Power. No free because he got boot to ball, Gibson. So the setup again is complete. Harvey, how can he keep doing it? They keep getting fooled. Across to Gibson. It was an interesting kick, wasn't it, Gibson? He worked out exactly where he was and where the foot he needed to go. A couple in a row to Sam Gibson.
Well, that's more like it with the Kangaroos, Roosie. They are one of the most exciting sides in the competition to watch, but we haven't seen any of it. But all of a sudden, Boomer Harvey
lights it up there.
He put the for sale sign out and said, "Oh, there's one, there's another dummy." Oh no, he got away with that one. But Gibson's finish was superb.
That is a great kick for goal, isn't it? That's a 35-metre kick around the corner. But Boomer, he is the one that just tends to be the catalyst. He's done it again.
So he hit the post before and he kicks the goal this time, Gibson, on the back of the Petrie goal. Suddenly the split is to the outer side and Anthony has the job of carrying it from the wing to half forward. Goldstein calling for the top of the square, one-on-one with Brogan, but way too close to the man in front of him in Homps.
He's made some shocking blues today, Anthony, hasn't he?
Yeah, he just looks as if he's a little bit down on confidence.
Cunnington was clever to Tarrant, who drops the mark. He knows he's got the big bloke in the square. Goes to Campbell. Again, the handball's just missing the target slightly. Harper, though, twisted and turned and put it through. Swift with the hands. Not perfect for Swallow by any means. Tarrant had to hurry the kick, so just a little bit off the pace. North and
through the Boomer's legs.
Yeah. Bit of a nutmeg. Here's Bunteen. And he's just blasted it out of there, but it's going to come straight back.
And you've got 4 lined up in the middle of the ground.
Mullet pinpoints the pass. And Harvey, let's see what waiting.
Last time he went long with a finger.
Watching. No, he's orthodox. He goes back and drills it.
Yeah.
And they lead by 23. Thompson. And then Atley, and he had no outlet, so he's chanced the arm a fraction into the middle. But that is a little better.
Great kick by Atley.
Gibson pokes it back for Mullet. And he just escapes. And only just. Bastanak hunting wide. Harvey moving it on. Mullet kept on coming. And good ball for Campbell in the pocket. We've seen this before.
Yeah, we have, but
Campbell Mullet plenty tonight. He's looking for his 3rd goal. His 12th disposal coming up. And that will almost do the job. That is a terrific strike from Campbell. And they've got the 2 of the quarter.
Well, it was on the back of an adventurous...
Stays around the boundary line. William Anthony. He doesn't like much what's ahead. Siebel's for him there at half forward, along with Tarrant. And that's where it ends up. Tarrant couldn't quite... It gets through. Petrie, again, a quick look over the shoulder and chances his arm with a left footer. And what a great wandering goal. He's coming.
2 in the term. You predicted 6. Hello, you're well and truly on the way.
Drew Coleman, maybe.
Did he mean that? I thought he actually had a look and summed that up pretty well, because there wasn't actually anyone. Just look at it here. They got a 2-on-1 there, Zeeble and Tarrant.
He had a glance, didn't he?
He did have a glance. You watch him. He looks inside and he thinks, no, there's no one there. Now, you need an A-grade bounce here, and he certainly gets it. But he summed that situation up really nicely there, Drew Petrie. He's been pretty solid tonight. Got him back in the game in the second quarter.
Forward pressure. This is where this kid can play well.
Hoskin Elliott.
You reckon next year he's going to be a slippery half forward of some description.
Good stuff from Thompson to work back, but the pace was with them here, and Giles knows how to get the job done in front of goal, and that's exactly what he does.
Yeah, that all started on the wing.
Sub about to be activated too, GWS. Chad Corn's right knee getting some ice now, so his year is done, and Devon Smith coming on.
He's got too many touches tonight, Chad, but he's had a good year, really good year for them.
Scully, just when we thought North looked like they were going to be rolling over the top, they've got a bit of a second wind here, the Giants. Ward scrapes it in. Here's Giles again. Got the nice early read on it.
Mobile for a big fella, and generally he's a reasonable kick.
So Giles already marked one up in the book for him this quarter, and there's another. The Giants have been able to get the ball into their forward half.
And the 33-15 clearances.
Reece Palmer's got to be better than that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's now an experienced player. He's been around enough years to not just long bomb the ball, because it's just going to come straight back. They're in a position here where they could really threaten with another couple of goals before three-quarter time. That's a great decision.
It is, and it goes in, and there's Palmer, and he can stroll it and put it through. Izzy involved again.
Brilliant bit of play from Izzy Folau. Nice bit of reading. And
Off the boot there through the middle, as you can see here. Pretty ordinary here, but he needs to read that. He's read that belt well. He's read the eyes of the defender coming out, and good ball use.
Well, they're winning the quarter, and Israel Folau has done three very nice things today. He's had 7 disposals in all. Kicked
He's still limping, Bastanek, so
I mean, that's
definite free kick.
It's a leg breaker.
Yeah.
No one went for it except Giles. He'll be happy with the result towards the boundary line. Hoskin Elliott keeps it in, which was adventurous. Maybe not too smart, as it turns out. McMahon could have driven it into the 50. Instead works it back to Delaney, who reckons he can kick that. And you know what? He can. He had enough for the mucking around, I reckon, to go, and he goes way, way back for Delaney. Shows the mindset. I know it's just, that's modern footy, but that's a long way to retreat. Now, they've worked their way to half forward. Ferrito, McMillan. He just bombs away. Try to angle it for Tarrant. But Goldstein came late. Who's down? Harper's down, and he strolls into goal, and they've got a late one. The double fister into the middle to Goldstein. Now Campbell always looks like he's going to be creative. Comes out with real intent. Petrie takes it. The captain calls for it in the square. He's doubled back pretty smartly. The kick won't quite get there. He's looking for a free. Thomas just eked out the kick. Has it travelled enough?
Yeah.
Just.
I'll tell you, that was just.
So it's a minute 30 in to this final term. Harper. Ooh, didn't exactly flush it, Harper, but it's through. It's a goal.
Yeah, reasonable calls, Hutto. Boomer gave away the first one for holding, and then Cunnington gave away that one for holding as well. So once again, they're going to be attacking from a defensive position, and Giles, great mark.
Giles takes it.
Yeah, 39-18, so it's been a disaster from a clearance point of view tonight.
So Giles comes in, and that'll do. The big man put through another. It's his third. Tried to work it out for Bastanek. McDonald did enough, and again the danger, or at least the immediate danger, passes. McMillan shuffled it around. Campbell, some good run and driving kick to the brink for Harper. Too far out to score.
Swallows deep.
Yeah, he's deep. Harper decides to get a bit of Boomer Harvey inspiration and puts it through. He's been a plus for them tonight since coming on as the sub.
Boomer's clearly doing the skills coaching down there at the goal kicking.
Look, and there's still time. I mean, there's time for him to get something out of this game. I think that's the point I was trying to make Colby before about, I don't think there's much point now in putting players to pasture because you've got to get some form, unless they're injured, unless it's a swallow you want to take off, which is fair enough. But they need to get, there's still 10 minutes of this game where they can get some real form and get some momentum and get out of this with a really solid win. That's what they need to do.
At the moment, Fremantle, they would need Fremantle to win probably in the single digits still, but a few more goals, and if they can stop GWS scoring, that could change. Anthony, free-flowing kick to full forward. Tarrant, heavy body work. Swallow, can they sort it out? They can. Lindsay Thomas. So they've got a bit of a wriggle on here.
On the ground, they're going to be a very competitive side within 12 or 18 months. There's going to be big crowds here. It's going to be a great ground to watch footy at.
It really feels like a footy stadium, as you mentioned earlier. And the Giants have got some skills. He could have kicked his fourth, Giles, but instead he shared the love. And Treloar puts it through. Who's pushed his case for final selection. Ferrito dabbed the pass in. Atley can get a bit of a run up, and we know he's got pace to burn. Kicks to full forward. Tarrant reacts. Can't quite mark Thomas in the perfect position. The North fans go up. The ball drifts a little, but it hangs on for another goal. This looks like it's going to be a torp as well.
He's flirting with that line down there.
No question about that. I'd like to have another look as to whether he might have no-balled or not, but there's a nice spinning move from Ward, and Treloar's away again, full of talent, couple of bounces, can deal it out for Green, changes the angle up, and they were everywhere inside the 50, and that's just carried the journey to Reece Palmer.
One season, so you know, when you've got so many talented young kids in a couple of years' time, a couple of more pre-seasons, certainly that, you know, that spread of midfield talent they've got looks like they're going to be an exciting team.
And Reece Palmer, picture of concentration, quite close to the man on the mark. It's a beautiful strike. And it's another goal. Brogan, I think he's going to at least leave his decision till post-season.
Well, he'd be the one the players hope they don't have to carry off.
That's right. Callum Ward, what about this for a move? He could have got it back, still might, he will. He started it and he finishes it in style. Well done, Callum Ward. And well done to the Giants. Scoring is concerned in this game. Certainly not what North Melbourne had in mind when they arrived in Sydney for this round 23 clash. But the season is over for the GWS Giants. Their debut season finishes with a very determined effort, one the locals would be proud of. North Melbourne are headed for the finals. They may well be headed for a first round final clash in Perth.